we've watched a lot of film of Trey Lance. So going into his first appearance with the Niners, what is your impression of his greatest strength?
Okay, so Trey Lance was somebody, I got to be honest, I was late to the party. I was on Fields. I was on, believe it or not, my analysis of the top 5, and I don't know how much stock you're going to put into my analysis because, again, I was wrong about this. But I saw Zach Wilson and Trey Lance as kind of the riskier picks. I liked Justin Fields, okay? I even liked Mac Jones, okay? I know that's not popular. I thought there was a lot to like about Mac Jones. Not above Fields. Okay, so when they picked Trey Lance, the last week leading up to the draft, it became more and more of a reality. I started putting my microscope on him a little bit more. Since we picked him, that's all we've done. The first thing that jumps out to you is his athletic profile, okay, because it's impressive. He is you hear height, weight, speed guys. He's a height, weight, speed, strength guy. I mean, he's an athlete before anything. You see him, he does this all the time. We're in the pocket. He climbs the pocket pretty well. He's got pretty good pocket feet. He stays in his quarterback stance for a decent amount of time, even when there's pressure. But he'll tuck the ball and run up the middle. I don't see a lot of quarterbacks doing this. Robert Griffin, Lamar, Cap, these guys bounced outside. Trey Lance is a big guy, and he runs up the middle. Cam used to do this. Trey Lance likes to go straight up the middle like a running back, and he's strong through contact. He's a physically impressive guy. He hooped. He played ball. He's a very smooth, graceful athlete, very silky, very effortless. When I watched him throw the ball, pre-draft stuff, like the little videos and then his pro day, I saw what I interpreted to be an over exaggeration and over emphasis of his mechanics. Everything he does is very snappy and very explosive and very intentional. He's doing everything. It's not subtle. There's not a lot of subtleties to his game. He's overemphasized everything, but he's very explosive, very twitchy. I kind of assume, and you hear with him, bad mechanics. Back to strengths. I've grown to like that. I think he's a very explosive player. He's very in control of his body. I think he's going to be a kid. He's 20 years old, and they say he needs his mechanics tightened up. I think he's a kid. You tell him, this is what you're going to do with your body. This is how you move your body. This is how you position your feet. This is how you position your core. This is how you get everything in alignment. This is how this is the arm angle we want you to throw with. I think he can do that. I think from here down to here, he's very in control of all of this. He's a very gifted, physically gifted player. The other stuff, right? Accuracy. When you go down the list of quarterback traits in order of importance, accuracy has to be number one. Your primary job is to throw the ball. You have to throw it where you intend. Okay, accuracy is a question mark. I think that mechanically you can get with NFL coaches and they can tighten some things up. He did throw it well in college. He's thrown it well since then. He throws the deep ball well. Good lift on his deep ball. Beautiful ball. He isn't as aesthetically pleasing. He's very aesthetically pleasing the way he throws. Okay. Go ahead. You want to jump in?
Let me jump in here. Is there an echo with me? People say there's an echo. I thought I fixed it. Let me know if there's an echo. But here's the way I look at it. You know why there's an echo? There is an echo because I'm in an empty apartment right now. There's construction over my apartment, and this hella echo in here. Hold on, tell me. Man, this sucks.
There's a little echo, but maybe it sounds worse to them. It doesn't sound bad to me. What if I whisper? Is there an echo if I whisper? This is so janky. I'm sorry. It's because I'm in an empty apartment. The apartment manager was like, we're really sorry. We have construction above your apartment this week. We'll give you an empty apartment. I was like, oh yeah, that's going to work. Except that there's a fat echo in here. Sorry about that. Wait, your apartment's empty? You empty?
Audios? No. This is an empty apartment in my apartment complex that the apartment manager gave me because I can't stream in my apartment because there's construction over it. Anyway, I'm gonna hold my thing very close and whisper so I don't yell and create hella echo. Okay, sorry about that. All right, Trey Lance, his biggest strength. Two things to me. I can't differ. I can't. It's first of all, it's the fact that he doesn't turn the ball over. People don't talk about that enough. Like the way I look at the Niners is they have the best run game in the league. They have the best defense, or they contend for that. That's how they're built. They need a game manager first and foremost. And the thing that's crazy about Jimmy,
this is why you're good. Straight to the point. I like it.
Thanks, man. And the thing about Jimmy is that he can't even be a game manager. It's like, dude, stop turning the ball over. They're asking you to throw like 20 passes a game. So Trey Lance doesn't turn the ball over. I like that about him. But the best thing, obviously his athleticism is off the charts. But I think what's coolest about him is how well he throws on the run. Left, right. Rolling left, rolling right. It's a very specific skill set. He's elite at it. And people talk about he's not accurate. He is when he's rolling, when he's on the run. Yeah, and that reminds me a lot of Kaepernick. He reminds me a lot of Kaepernick, but I think, frankly, he's a better thrower on the run. And it's like, look at guys like Josh Allen, how effortless he is. You saw him against the Niners just tear him up outside the pocket. That's what Trey Lance is going to be able to do too. Yeah,
I like that. Zach Wilson got all the throw on the run hype, all of it. Right? Zach Wilson got the most natural thrower, most unorthodox arm angles, and people slept on Trey Lance. Trey Lance is he's smoother. Again, I go back to Justin Fields because I liked him. Justin Fields is carries a little bit more muscle, and he's a little bit stiffer. Trey Lance is a little bit more loose, and that throw on the run, like you said, is effortless. It's beautiful.
I think he's better at throwing on the run than Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields better at throwing from the pocket than Trey Lance, or at least mechanically. But throwing on the run is Trey Lance. I give it to him. He's a natural. And the reason I think he's so good at it, he's got that basketball background. And if you watch it, it's like, are you a spot up shooter in basketball, or are you the kind of guy who uses movement and rhythm to create a shot, to pull up? And I think that's the way he was. So he's used to moving before throwing, before passing, before shooting. So I think it's a natural, and we're going to see the difference, the main difference between the Trey Lance offense and the Jimmy offense. Yeah, all the play action bootlegs. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that John Elway and Steve Young used to do under Mike Shanahan that Jimmy just can't do. Because he's lower than you are, Brett.
Yeah, Jimmy was advertised as that guy, was he not? Good feet, pretty good on the move. When he came in here in 2017, that's what we thought we were getting. Turns out he's not that guy.
No. So I really want to see what Kyle Shanahan can do and build an offense around a guy who is just a total freaking natural throwing on the run. Because it's important. You have to be good in the pocket, but all the big plays come when the quarterback breaks out of the pocket. Today's NFL, pretty much. Unless you're Tom Brady. So anyway, let's move on to.
You're good with, real quick. You're really good with words. I've been trying to explain this to people, and I can't do it, dude. I keep failing on like live shows. I'm like stumbling through this. I keep saying Trey Lance is in control of his body. Do you know what that means, and how do you better explain that to people? Because you know what I'm saying when I say that?
I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, Bill Walsh would call it body control. It's like for a wide receiver, it's the ability to contort your body in the air and make adjustments midair and put your body where it needs to be to make the catch. Same thing with Trey Lance. And I think one way you can see it is the dude falling down a lot on the field, or is he making other people fall down?
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
You know what I'm saying?